A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumwear, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings. Wreck your Lambo the first stages by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, these some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edges, ski on the slopes of life. Slide down the Ave at night, watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Looking to real estate, brother, I need the asking price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already on to the next thing. Peace and bless, King.
I don't think I will ever get tired of that intro. Guys, what's going on? What's going on? Another episode of What It Takes. It is 12/12/2022. Whew! It feels like it's been a while since I've seen you guys, but once again, I appreciate you all for checking in with me. All praises due. I appreciate you guys. We're going to get right into it. You know, I've been making these a little short. Think you like it? More people are watching it. More people are DMing me about it. That means that you're getting through. So that's always good, guys. Your likes, your shares, etc. That is my oxygen. It helps me to keep on going. I'm going to do this anyways, but it definitely helps me to keep going. Let's get into it. Monday nights, 9 o'clock. You'll see one of these videos right around that time. We're going straight through the holidays. I will be working and working hard during the holidays. So if you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell a home, get into real estate, learn about real estate. I think you can read that number right there, 561-412-5433. Text me, call me. Text me is better than calling me, but I'll take either one. Leave a message if you do call me and I don't pick up. I'm often working or getting into my workflow, which we'll go over next week. It's 12/12. My birthday is 12/24. Remember that. Give me a call, give me a text. I'd appreciate that as well. Wednesdays, it starts with me. Check it out. Joel Simmons, Tenacity Foundation. Always interviewing different entrepreneurs, authors. I seen him interview like a Taekwondo guy the other day. Like, go check it out, man. Excellent interviews. Friday, Community Beacon. This month, we are going over the reason for the season. The reason for the season. Last month, we did gratitude, So being thankful. This month, we're doing the reasons for the seasons. Check it out, man. Community Beacon is live and in charge. It gives you a great time to actually definitely see my thought process, especially when it's being prompted with the brother. A lot of critical thinking, a lot of things that we're doing now within our businesses to continue moving forward and even in our community. So check us out, Community Beacon. You will learn principles and foundations of how we live our life. So check that out. And of course, you got my brother, Beto Francois, Hustler's Testimony. He drops every week, interviewing someone else from around the country and the world in regards to the hustlers out there. That Jay-Z song is going on in my mind. I don't want to butcher it. Gather around the hustlers, that's if you're still living, and something. And I forgot who he took that from because he didn't originate that. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We got real estate, right? You know, I love real estate. We got real estate news. Today, we're going to be talking about the buyers. I've been seeing a lot of different lending opportunities for you. Definitely a great time and opportunity for you to go buy if you were thinking about doing it, if you're able to. But here, let's talk about these lenders that it says, beware of too good to be true lenders. Let's think about it. Because I'm going to tell you who it was, and I can almost guarantee you they're not going to talk about them in this article, right? I think I scrolled through it before I saw it, but I'm going to talk about them very briefly, right? Because we have to know what we're doing. It says, beware of too good to be true lenders, especially with the way the market is right now, which is actually it's stabilized. You know, I think we dipped down to we dipped down below 6%. I think we're around 6%, 6.5% now. But there's all different kinds of ways, but the housing prices are high, so there's all different kinds of ways in order to, lenders Lenders are interesting bunch. You definitely want to have a lender that's honest, that has integrity, and will answer your questions. No doubt about it. So it says homeowners beware. That's actually talking about homeowners, but this is for the buying side as well, guys. The days home loan scam artists are lurking around every corner. They're hungry, they're determined, they're coming after your equity. You all had 67% extra equity over the last 3 years, not extra, but 67% rise in appreciation over the last 67 years. So there's a lot of money out there. Unscrupulous loan peddlers are known as predatory lenders because of their uncanny resemblance to vultures. These loans encourages people to consolidate their debts, since they will prevent them from ever overspending and maxing out their credit cards again. Predatory lenders deal in asset-based lending. They're lending based upon your property. They make the loans based solely on the amount of equity a property has and a borrower has in a property, rather than considering the borrower's ability to repay the loan. We saw a lot of this stuff going on back in 2002 to 2007 with those subprime loans. And really, it's about education, because any of those things could have worked. But you need to be educated on it. So it says deceptive marketing. Victims of predatory lending frequently describe being subject to a flood of phone calls and letters from brokers and lenders, encouraging them to take out a home equity loan. What's the red flag? Lenders who engage in high pressure tactics, telemarketing, cold calling, and deceptive. I take offense to cold calling. I take offense to cold calling, but not deceptive advertising campaigns and high pressure tactics. I think we have gotten to a point of when there's so much more information out here. I don't think a lot of high pressure tactics work, but this is a red flag. So if they do happen to, apply high pressure tactics, pay attention. Excessive fees. Always check the fees for your lender. Let's read this. Predatory lenders routinely charge borrowers fees totaling as much as 15 to 20% of the loan amount. Fees alone can have a ruinous impact on the homeowner's equity, but add them to prepayment penalties, and you're locked into a high-rate, financially disastrous loan. Red flag, you inquire about fees and charges, but you can't get the fact, or they insist there are no upfront fees. Absolutely. I was working with a lender one time, and I asked him to explain his fees versus another lender that we were looking at for a client of mine's, and man, he was upset. And he's still in business. I'm not sure if a buyer asks you or wants to know about it, and if the realtor asks and wants to know about it, I think you should explain it. It's just the way it goes. I don't care who you are, friend or family, whatever. Explain what it is that you're charging from asking the question without getting upset about it. It's your fees. Equity stripping. You need money. You don't have enough coming in each month to cover your expenses. You have equity in your home. A lender tells you that you could get a loan. This is a big shock because you'll have difficulty keeping up with the payments. The lender encourages you to pad. What he means by pad is to, add an extra couple of $1,000s in there so that you'll be able to pay off your mortgage until hopefully your income goes up. Income allowance to get the loan approved. Oh, no, excuse me. Padding your income means that putting income in that you're not getting. So putting extra money in when you don't have it. Doesn't the underwriter check? Equity stripping is particularly dangerous for people who find themselves in financial trouble. Scammers target people who are facing foreclosure or other financial hardships and make false promises of relief. Beware of anyone who pops up at what seems like the perfect time, promising to let you cash in the equity you built up without any consequence. Falling for the scam can end up with you losing your home and all the equity you accumulated. Any suggestion that you can qualify for a loan when the truth is you cannot reasonably make the payments. That's going to be a little bit tough for a lot of people. Because if they're facing foreclosure, and I've called foreclosure people who are in foreclosure to see if they wanted to sell their home. A lot of people are in denial, and possibly because they're getting this information, and then they end up going into foreclosure when it's too late. So it's tough. It's a tough situation because I've seen people whose homes have been foreclosed upon, and it's very emotional for families. So Someone has to keep their head, or you need to be around someone who you trust. Hopefully you have an agent that you trust, or hopefully you have an attorney that you trust that can kind of walk you through the process. And if you don't, I know a couple attorneys. I'm the agent that you should trust. Balloon payment. You fall behind in your mortgage payments. Another lender offers to save the day by refinancing your mortgage and lowering your payments. But beware, the payments may be because the lenders offer a loan on which you repay only the interest each month. Red flag, unrealistically low payments. So remember that balloon payment. You got people who 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, you don't know what the economy is doing. We don't have a crystal ball, as I'm sure you've heard a lot of other people say. So what you don't want to happen is, this is what they're saying, is that you don't want to say, okay, I'll take this lower payment. I'm only paying the interest, say it's 6, 7, 8% interest, 9% interest, 10% interest. And then all of a sudden you get this balloon payment and you're not able to refinance when that time comes. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Ask me, because I know. Senior homeowners who are asset rich but cash poor are prime targets for the scam. A mortgage company contacts you offering to refinance your loan and throw in some extra cash along with it. The problem is, each time you refinance, the fees. Yep, that's the thing, man. When you need to figure out, when you're refinancing or getting some type of loan on your property, what does it cost? What does it cost? Lenders that contact you and any suggestion that a loan is the way to get your equity started. I'm sorry. It says a red flag are lenders that contact you and suggest that a loan is the way to get your equity to start working for you. Have a plan for your equity. Like, these are the conversations, because a lot of people have used loans in order to gain access to higher return, return on your investment in vehicles, etc. You need to have a conversation with your financial planner. You need to have a conversation with someone who has financial literacy. You need to understand these different things because some people have done well, but I guess for the majority of us aren't really financially savvy. So, we kind of sit on it. That home ends up being like a savings account, so to speak, a non-traditional savings account. Here's what I say is that, when you're doing these things and when you're selling homes, etc., you don't want to do it when you have to. You want to do it when it's the best time for you, right? So you want to have all these different options and you want to have these thought outs. But whenever it comes down time to when this is like you're using your home as a last resort to take money out, it definitely can put some pressure on it puts pressure on you. And a lot of people don't really have that high risk tolerance when you're playing with the place that your family lays their head, or where you lay your head. Not all lenders are predatory. Absolutely not. The best way to protect yourself against those who are is to be keenly aware of their tactics and always on the lookout for red flags. If you need an explanation, talk to someone who you can trust, who has nothing to gain or lose by the decision you make. Be careful how often you refinance your mortgage. Absolutely. Talk to a HUD-approved housing counselor. Okay, here you go. So you're getting information. Go talk to the HUD people, HUD.gov/counseling. If you have questions or concerns about any mortgage loan charges, then consider all these financing repayments before you agree to a loan. I'm going to also go as far as saying, not only do you not want to sell a home when you have to, you don't want to have to refinance when you have to. And you should always be cultivating relationships with mortgage lenders, with real estate agents, with attorneys, with your accountants. Like, you want financial planners. You want to just continuously cultivate these relationships and let people earn your business. When you're getting that call and it's that immediate, and now you may get into it. Now you're, that judgment may not necessarily be there. Meet with the people, and then you want to have these relationships, put these people on speed up. This is my guy. This is my gal. Right? All right. That's good. Man, yesterday is normally my day of relaxing. I guess this still could be in real estate. and I ended up having to attend to a property. I got a phone call early in the morning, some plumbing situations, and man, I should have taped it because sometimes landlording is not all that fun. So it was interesting. So I had a little bit of time to prepare for this, but I'll get right into it, guys. We're talking about executing. Excellence of execution was the name that I had for this month. And so last week I was talking about taking action. Ready, fire, aim. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for people to give you permission to do it, if that's what you're doing. Just do something moving forward. Just got off the phone with a friend of mine. We're moving forward on a couple of things. Let's go. Right? You take a calculated risk, figure out your risk versus reward, and move forward. So that was it with taking action with whatever it is. Also, make sure your business plan, go back and check it. Make sure it's what you think it's going to be, right? And shoot for, I wouldn't say realistic. Shoot what you think you can do. You can always make an adjustment. Okay, guys? And always be grateful and thankful for the progress that you have, no matter how small it is. It starts with somewhere. And this week, we'll be talking about the art of leverage. The art of leverage. How to get the most out of what you are doing. And I came up with a couple of thought processes. Number one, if you're getting into business, you're starting a business, you're entrepreneur, you're a business person, hustler, whatever you want to call, you cannot be a secret agent. And then I was thinking about, or secret business person. Your business is about secrets. Your CIA or something. And for real estate, so I'm coming from the real estate side, is that you technically should have about 50 conversations a day about real estate. If you're an agent, I'm just going to use this as an example. You need to be having around 50 conversations a day. And you can actually get it down to maybe 5 conversations a day. But that, once again, I'm talking about people putting pressure on themselves, because those 5 conversations need to be fruitful conversations. So when I say 50 conversations a day, 50 people need to know that you're in real estate. New people. Most of them aren't going to give a darn. 90 to 95% of them aren't going to care. But I say attempt 50 conversations. Maybe that's the better thing. You attempt 50 conversations because you really want to end up with 5. You want 5 people who are going to take your card and not throw it out the window. 5 people that aren't going to cuss you out. 5 people that may find something about you that they like. 5 people that feel that you might have integrity. 5 people that know that you can ultimately get them the result it is that they want when it's their time, on their timing. Okay? 5 people that wouldn't mind you giving them more information and you supporting them with their move, or buying or selling a house, or getting information about a house. And that accumulates over 30 days, say 30 days in a month, means that you would have spoken to 150 people, right? How do you leverage this? I'm glad you asked. Let's start with social media. Social media is an excellent place to leverage it. Don't be a secret agent on social media. I love the fact that we can use social media to keep in contact with our friends and our families, etc. But them, and especially them, need to know that you're in real estate. Another way is to leverage your CRM, your customer relation management system. If you don't know what that is, that's fine. In real estate, that's normally given to you by the company. But don't just wait on that. It does make it easy, but these new CRM systems are very, they have a lot of information, a lot of different things going on in them. You can just have a file system. A CRM just helps you at the bare minimum of what it does, without having these crazy systems. KV Core, I think Boldly, Wise Agent, Lion Desk. Just millions of them. And a lot of companies have their own systems as well. Chime. You can have a file system. I heard one of my real estate coaches talk about these 3x5 cards that she used to have, and she wrote the name, the address, the person, but she had it, and she had a filing system where she had January, February, and she would put these notes into each of these different files, knowing that on certain months she was going to call them. So the month of December, she would pull out December, and all these these notes would be in there. She would reach out to them, and then she would put them in another month, or maybe a 7-day, 10-day folder. Maybe you have a 1 to 30-day folder, 30 to 60, 90, and then you have the months. How do I contact these people? That's all it is. But you want to leverage these different things because you will forget. Real estate, especially if you're having this many conversations. If you have 35 conversations a day that people want your help, you multiply that times 30 for the day, 30 for the month, excuse me. You got 150 conversations. You're not going to remember them. And I was prized for having a great memory in school, but man, as you get older, you have kids, you have things that you need to pay attention to. You need to write these things down. Use that file system if you don't have a digital or some type of regular CRM system process that's not given to you. Last but not least, guys, I want to tell you the valueness of being resourceful versus I'm wrong. Resourcefulness versus resources. That's what it was supposed to be. Resourcefulness, resources. All right, let me get that right for you guys. Ooh, I don't like the way it looks. You got to be resourceful. I said this twice today already in conversations. And definitely what it works for real estate is that I feel like real estate or businesses in general, they're like Vegas. You can go there with $10 or you can go there with $100,000 and it will eat up your money. It will take it. Vegas will take your money if you go there with it. They have no problem taking a high roller, so-called high roller, spending $100,000, $500,000. I've seen people with it. They said they spent millions in Vegas, TV. And then you got people who go to Vegas on a budget, $1,000 for hotel. That's hotel, eating, and entertainment. Vegas will take it all. Your business will take it all. They'll tell you, have $50,000, $25,000, $75,000. It will take $25,000, $50,000, $75,000. Ask anybody. There's certain coaches who I like, and they tell you. I heard one coach that he went into debt getting all these different courses and programs, etc. It's supposed to make him successful. A lot of this stuff starts here, and right, it starts on the inside. That's number one. We did mindset, I want to say last month. Go check that out. But more so than that, being resourceful is always going to take you farther because you get the experiences you're going to learn. Now, am I telling you not to buy courses? No, I'm not telling you to do that. It's a swamp. It's a swamp. So definitely do that. Do your research. But more so than that, be resourceful. YouTube University, etc., or mentor, find a mentor, etc. That's how we're going to leverage all this and leverage it. But don't just be thinking about money. Be more resourceful than using up all your resources. Okay. Time well spent, guys. Remember, I'm Mike Seville, your real estate guy here in South Florida. Like I said, if you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell, I'm here to help. Send me a DM if you have any questions about what we just went over, man. I really do appreciate you guys. See you later.
A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumwear, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings. Wreck your Lambo the first stages by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, these some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edge and ski on the slopes of life. Slide down the Ave at night, watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Looking to real estate, brother, I need to ask in price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already